What's going on, guys? Gray Disciple back with another video, and it's time to continue the conversation getting better at Call of Duty. Okay, so I hope at this point you guys have picked your game mode and whether you're going to be in the core or hardcore playlist. Okay, so we got that. Let's talk about perks a little bit. There are two ways to identify the perks that you should use. First one is your playstyle. There are three dominant playstyles in the game. You can be a camper head glitcher, you can be an objective player, or you can be a rusher spawn trapper. Okay? Rusher spawn trapper, that's a little tricky. You know, somebody who rushes spawn like I do. Okay? Your perks need to coincide with your playstyle. The idea behind the perks is to help your playstyle. So let me give you some examples. We're going to start in the tier 1, then tier 2, then tier 3. Also, if you're not a domination player, what I encourage you to do is find a YouTuber that is very good at playing in the game mode that you prefer and copy their perks. You will see consistent perk usage. Okay, all the way back into Black Ops 2, I always felt like you needed somewhere between 3 to 4 perks. I know there are some guys out there who run 1 or 2 and put a lot of attachments on their guns, and that's great for them because they just dominate the game. Mark J is a really good example of this. Sometimes he'll only run fast hands, or he'll run fast hands and hardwired, and that's good, but you guys are not Mark J. Okay, so I usually suggest somewhere between 3 to 4. Now you've got to decide with your playstyle which one works the best. So we'll take mine for example, and I play domination. So in the first tier, main one I use would be Ghost. Ghost only works if you're moving. Okay, do not run Ghost if you do not move. If you are a head glitcher, if you are an OBJ player, please do not run Ghost. You are wasting a slot. You literally have to be running for Ghost to activate. Keep that in mind. If you weren't going to run Ghost, if you're an OBJ player, run Flak Jacket. I mean, it's really not rocket science at this point. And if you are a head glitcher, run Blind Eye. It's the only one that really makes any sense. And you're like, well, I want to run 6th Sense. I'm a rusher and I don't even run 6th Sense. I don't think the radius of what it picks up is big enough. That's me personally, okay? In the game mode that I play, I don't find it necessary. Let's go to tier 2. Tier 2, if you are a camper, run Cold-Blooded. You may be like, why would I run Cold-Blooded? Because it's the only one that makes sense. Okay? You do not need fast hands if you are a camper. I don't even care if you're a sniper. Do not use fast hands. It is wasted. Fast hands is really only effective for somebody who rushes with an SMG. Other than that, don't do it. Hardwired is also a perk designed for a rusher because it won't activate a trip mine, a shock charge, or a C4. That's great. If you're not a rusher, don't use Hardwired. Also, what was the other one? Scavenger. Scavenger, I think, is a perk designed for a rusher as well because, you know, they're running out of ammo, they're running around really quick, they want to throw out their lethals all the time. So if you're a head glitcher, don't do it. Now, if you're an OBJ player and you play with a trophy system, run Scavenger. Throw them everywhere. Throw those trophies down everywhere. I just want you guys to understand that Cold-Blooded is actually a really good perk. I've heard other YouTubers slam it. It is a great perk. It'll save your life probably more than any other perk in the game except for Dead Silence. And let's move on to the third tier. Third tier, Dead Silence is the most important perk in the game. I don't care if you're playing core or hardcore. You want to eliminate the ability for people with headsets to take advantage of you. Awareness is still very doable, but again, awareness is only good if you're a camper or if you're a rusher. You got to pick. If I'm a rusher and I'm limited to 1 perk, I'm going to take Dead Silence. If I have 2 available in my slot 3, I'm going to run Dead Silence and Awareness. Now, if you're a head glitcher, I'm going to go ahead and assume that you're running a Black Cell, so Engineer is a viable perk. And the same thing for an OBJ player. Engineer is not a bad perk for an OBJ player either because they're playing the OBJ. That usually means taking out UAVs, counter UAVs, and things like that. Okay, so easy ways to identify perk usage is look for a YouTuber that you like who consistently gets good games in the game mode that you prefer and copy their perk loadout. And remember who you are. Don't pick perks based on what they do if they don't coincide with your play style. You are wasting slots. So, best rusher setup in my opinion, Ghost, Fast Hands, Dead Silence, Awareness. That is your best rushing setup. You can argue hardwired over awareness if you want to. or Scavenger over Awareness if you want to. But that's, in my opinion, the best one. Best OBJ setup would be Flak Jacket, Fast Hands, Scavenger, Tac Mask. That would be your best OBJ setup. Best Camper Head Glitcher setup would be Blind Eye, Cold Blooded, Dead Silence, or Engineer, and Awareness, so if somebody sneaks up on you, you can hear. Okay? There's your perk loadout, in my opinion. Now, we can argue this till our faces turn blue. But here's the thing. What you've got to do, again, identify the perks, and these are the only perks that you are going to use. Do not deviate. Once you find your set, leave it. Until you know, hey, if I put these perks on, I'm going to dominate a game, do not deviate. You've got to get accustomed knowing what you're capable of doing with a certain loadout. And then what we can do is deviate a little bit here and there from it and practice on other things. Because the idea is we want to be consistently good at the game. Alright. If you like the video, hit the thumbs up button as always. Leave a comment down below, let's talk perks. And subscribe for more because I have more coming this week. Have a good day. Bye.